welcome back to the WP Theme Setup Guide. In this lesson, we're going to talk about shortcodes. And I'll read directly from the codex on what shortcodes are. Shortcode is a WordPress specific code that lets you do nifty things with very little effort. Shortcodes can embed files or create objects that would normally require lots of complicated, ugly code in just one line. Shortcode equals a shortcut. WordPress.com. So instead of you writing out multiple lines of ugly HTML, CSS, or PHP code, a shortcode enables you to have one code surrounded by brackets on each side, square brackets, that will do various types of functionality. It actually will allow you to add things to your post, and it will add ways for you to enhance your website. Many plugins that you install on your website will also come with the ability for you to use shortcodes within a regular theme editor. I'll demonstrate that with a basic shortcode from the actual WordPress core. And before we do that, I'm going to show you the documentation. Here's where you can find the shortcodes. codex.wordpress.org/shortcode. And here you can see that gallery is one of those basic shortcodes, and this one we're going to use. So here, this is an example of a shortcode gallery, and it shows an ID. That would be the ID of an image. And then the size, that would be the size of the image, whether it's a medium image in your gallery or a thumbnail image. Then there are a few other parameters that you can add, which are documented here. If you wanted to go into more detail, you can actually come to this page and click on the gallery shortcode, and it would actually take you to understand a little bit more of how you use it. But we're not going to go too deep in that. I just want to let you know that shortcodes are those shortcuts. These are great shortcuts for you. So let's demonstrate briefly what a shortcode can do on our website. So let's going back to our regular post with the featured image. We're going to edit this post and add a gallery of images in. I've created a small space here. I'm going to probably create a little bit more space, but I'll just click on the edit button. Since I'm logged in, this little developers menu is up here. I'll click on the edit button for this post with the featured image, and then I'll find this spot in the actual lorem ipsum dummy text that I've put on here, and I just have my cursor here. I can click add media, and from the media library I can click create gallery. This is a shortcut way to insert a shortcode. So once I clicked on create gallery, I can also select the photos that I want in my gallery. I'll select 2 just to create a basic gallery. And with these two selected, there's a small blue button here at the bottom right corner of the modal for the media library window that popped up, and I'll click on create gallery. Once the gallery is created, it gives me settings, and it gives me an option to edit my gallery. I can click and choose the reverse order, so I can switch those around. If that was 5 or 10 images, it would also reverse the order of each one of those. I can add captions to the images in the gallery if I wanted to, which I'm not going to do right now. I can choose to link to a specific part of the image. I'm just going to link it to none. So each one of these images are linking to nothing. And then I'm going to set the number of columns, which I'll set to 2 right now. Should I put it in a random order? If I wanted to, I could, but I'm not going to do that. And the size, these are the sizes that we set under the media sizes in a previous lesson. I can choose any one of these, but I'm just going to leave it on thumbnail. And then I can click insert gallery, and that will give us a 2-row gallery. And from there, I can just click update. Once I've clicked update, I can click on view post, and view post will take me back to the post. And if I scroll down, then I notice here on the page, these two images are in my gallery. They're not linked to anything, so I can't click on anything, but they are 2 rows of images, and that is my gallery. Now, in order to see the shortcode, let's go back and edit the post. And I will actually click on the text editor here. And you can see the shortcode right here in the brackets. And the shortcode is simply gallery. And then I'm saying where the image is going to link to, none. And the columns, 2 columns. And the IDs are the actual IDs of the photos. And I'll show you how to get those as well. I'm going to not save anything on this page because I didn't change anything, but I'm going to go over to my plugins because I installed a plugin that will allow you to see IDs. And if I click on the active plugins here, you'll see a plugin that I installed called Show IDs. It's a plugin by 99 Robots, but there are multiple plugins in the repository that will allow you to see IDs. I needed to install this plugin in order to see the IDs in a very clear way for my images. There are ways to see the ID without installing the plugin, but in order to see the ID, I'll show you now what the ID looks like. If I go to my media library, I click on media library. Here on the row of images, at the very far right of each column where each image is located, and I have to be on the row, the actual row selection of how to display the media, not the, because there's the grid and then there's the row. So we need to be on the row because the row gives you the information. The ID is on the far right corner. So there it is, ID number 53. Now, if I wanted to go back to my post, I can go into that area and edit the featured image post. And I can see ID 51 and 52 were chosen right there. Now, in the media library that is just the basic media library, it doesn't show you the IDs, I don't think, with that plugin. Yeah, so you would need to, and the only way to see the ID for images like this on this little pop-up screen, here's a little secret. You can hover over this word edit image, and if you look down at the bottom left corner of the screen, of your screen, there's the entire path of this actual link. And right where it says post equals 53, and I'm not able to zoom in right now, but right where it says post equals 53, that is the ID. But the easiest way is the way I showed you with the plugin. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is our basic shortcode. The actual syntax of a shortcode includes the square brackets on the right and the left, and then whatever wording you need to put on the inside of that shortcode will allow you to achieve whatever that function that shortcode would accomplish. Thanks for joining. See you in the next video.